New information on the space rock Apophis stresses researchers, and NASA cautions that the space rock Apophis could change its orbit in 2029 and raise a ruckus around the Earth 7 years later. Right now, the governments and space organizations of the world are building a joint planetary defense. We must be prepared because, regardless of whether Apophis misses us this time, it is only a matter of time before the next space rock appears on our doorstep. Journal of a Global Disaster. June 2004. The Discovery. A seemingly ordinary day in the astronomical world took a dramatic turn when researchers at the Kitt Peak Observatory identified an unusually bright blip in the night sky. The space rock, officially named 99942 Apophis, was quickly labeled one of the most hazardous near-Earth objects ever observed. Even the initial calculations of its trajectory left researchers breathless. An impact in 2029 could not be ruled out. For the first time in modern human history, we were faced with an existential threat from space. "This is no ordinary rock in space," said a concerned scientist in an early statement. With a width of approximately 340 meters and a mass of over 27 million tons, an impact from Apophis would release energy equivalent to 655,000 Hiroshima bombs. July 2004. First warnings. A careful analysis of all available data on the space rock triggered widespread concern. The probability of an impact was calculated at an alarming 2.7%, the highest value ever recorded on the Torino scale, which assesses the impact risk of space objects. Apophis reached a level 4 on the scale, a value never before assigned to a celestial body. The Torino scale ranges from 0 to 10. Values from 0 to 2 indicate minimal risk, while a level 4 signifies a genuine threat. A value of 10 would indicate an event capable of causing global destruction. Once the report was made official, the media responded quickly. Headlines such as "Apophis, the Doomsday Asteroid" and "Is this the end of humanity?" dominated global news for weeks. Governments assembled crisis teams, while various groups and religious fanatics predicted the end of the world. 2005. All clear. In the summer of 2005, the first reassuring news arrived. More precise measurements, supported by new data, indicated that Apophis would most likely pass by Earth in 2029 at a distance of approximately 31,000 kilometers, closer than geostationary satellites, which orbit at around 36,000 kilometers. However, the danger was not completely averted. Experts warned that the 2029 flyby could alter Apophis' trajectory. If the space rock passes through a small, specific region of space known as a gravitational keyhole, its orbit could undergo a dramatic change. While the chances of Apophis hitting Earth are small, scientists cannot completely rule out the possibility until they determine its precise trajectory in 2029. If the unthinkable were to happen, the asteroid would be placed on a collision course for an impact in 2036. Since then, NASA and world governments have been preparing. We can't just sit back and wait, experts warn. We need to arm ourselves now and develop a global defense strategy. Apophis is not alone. Many asteroids pose a threat to Earth. The day will come when one of them does impact, and humanity cannot afford to remain passive. Missions like DART and OSIRIS-RX demonstrate that we have the capability to defend ourselves, but we need time and experience. In a real emergency, planetary defense efforts must be executed quickly and safely. April 2029. The day of the flyby. What will truly happen on April 13, 2029? This date, ominously a Friday the 13th, will be a crucial moment. Millions of people worldwide will look up at the sky, knowing that a 340-meter-wide rock could determine the fate of humanity. Apophis will shine as brightly as a star, making it visible to the naked eye, even for amateur stargazers. The massive asteroid will race past Earth at 30,000 kilometers per hour. During this time, astronomers will focus the world's most powerful telescopes and radar systems on Apophis. This flyby is not just a spectacle. It is an unprecedented scientific opportunity to study the asteroid up close. Any information gathered will be invaluable for planetary defense. Scientists need to understand everything about Apophis' composition and structure. NASA and ESA are considering sending probes to Apophis to take measurements and observe it in detail. The OSIRIS-APEX mission is already on its way to Apophis. This probe, which has already collected samples from the asteroid Bennu, will return rock samples from Apophis to Earth in the coming years. By April 2029, we will know for sure whether Apophis has passed through the gravitational keyhole. The latest orbital calculations will determine whether we face another close flyby in 2036, or whether we must take action to save our planet. May 2029. Hope and uncertainty. In May 2029, the most precise new calculations will be available. If Apophis has passed through the keyhole, preparations will begin for a defense mission unlike any in human history. Global emergency teams, composed of politicians, scientists, and engineers, will develop defense strategies. Space agencies will construct impactor probes, and within 7 years, we should be capable of nudging the asteroid out of its collision course. NASA's DART mission has already proven that we can alter an asteroid's trajectory. The test was so successful that NASA is now confident in its ability to build a probe capable of deflecting Apophis far enough to miss Earth. If Apophis misses the keyhole, the probability of an impact in 2036 will drop to less than 0.002%. Scientists will then officially declare the threat averted, at least for now. But Apophis will continue to pass dangerously close to Earth in the coming decades. The question is not if an asteroid will eventually collide with Earth, but when. 100 years, and the hypothetical risk stays. Basic voices say this is a cautioning. We were fortunate, but next time we probably won't be. Apophis has drawn the world's consideration to the danger presented by near-Earth objects. In 2036, the threat returns. If Apophis misses the keyhole, a similar display to that of 2029 will occur in 2036. Apophis will shine in the night sky for weeks and then vanish once again. Millions of people will gaze up at the sky, and astronomers will continue to gather data with their telescopes. If Apophis strikes, 2 scenarios are possible. Either we have successfully pushed an asteroid out of its impact path for the first time in human history, or we have shot it with a probe like DART or towed it with spacecraft. Both methods are currently considered the most promising. If successful, we Earthlings will be proud of our scientists, the thousands of engineers, and the experts involved in this achievement. We will take pride in our ability to protect ourselves effectively. If for any reason our defense efforts fail, everything could go horribly wrong. Apophis will not destroy the Earth. An asteroid or comet isn't capable of that. However, an object the size of Apophis could trigger a global catastrophe. The initial destruction would be local, but if the impact occurs in water, a massive tsunami could threaten coastal regions worldwide. An impact on the Earth's crust could trigger global earthquakes. Seismic hotspots, such as the San Andreas Fault, could rupture. Supervolcanoes like Yellowstone or the Phlegrean Fields in southern Italy could erupt. Rock and dust thrown kilometers into the atmosphere could drastically alter our climate, leading to prolonged darkness, unexpected cold spells, and worldwide crop failures. The consequences would be famine, crises, and possibly wars over resources. 66 million years ago, an asteroid about 15 kilometers in diameter struck Earth, creating a massive crater off the coast of modern-day Mexico. It devastated the planet's surface so intensely that it caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. At 340 meters, Apophis wouldn't be able to wipe out humanity, but it would cause tremendous hardship. In the event of an impact, our species is highly vulnerable due to our reliance on technology, electricity, and utilities. We have also yet to master global peaceful cooperation. A disaster like an asteroid impact could put human civilization to an extreme test. The scientific community continues to call for the development of technologies to deflect dangerous asteroids. Ideas such as diverting an asteroid using kinetic impactors or laser beams are currently being advanced. Many of these concepts are still in their early stages. #2068. A glimpse into the future. Even if humanity survives Apophis, the danger isn't over. Apophis may have been a wake-up call and a critical test. The asteroid has reminded us that the universe is not just a place of beauty but also of peril. Even if Apophis spares us, new, larger, and more dangerous asteroids could be discovered at any time. One thing is certain: humanity takes this warning seriously. By 2068, we may already have a secure planetary asteroid defense system. By then, NASA may have an arsenal of probes ready to launch in an emergency, directing them toward threatening asteroids. In this imagined future, we might not only have numerous DART-like probes but also advanced towing probes that can dock with an asteroid and redirect it to a safer orbit. The asteroid defense system could bring nations together. NASA isn't the only organization working on asteroid defense. Japan has also developed sophisticated asteroid research probes. Japan's advanced technology is already transforming lunar exploration and development. India is emerging as a major space power, and so is China. The European Space Agency, ESA, has already landed a probe on an asteroid and is planning further missions in the near future. Laser technology may have advanced to the point where we have a network of high-powered lasers positioned on the highest mountains. 3, 5, or even 10 of these lasers could work together in Earth's orbit to form a powerful beam capable of burning asteroids before they pose a threat. However, the question remains: has the danger truly been eliminated? Experts warn that even the best defense cannot protect us from smaller asteroids that slip through the security net. The Chelyabinsk asteroid appeared out of nowhere at around 9:20 a.m. local time on February 15, 2013. It exploded in the atmosphere, and the shock wave shattered windows in the Russian city. Flying glass injured thousands of people, and the impact left a lasting impression. This is why continued research, preparation, and global cooperation are essential. We must remain vigilant because the universe will always be full of both wonders and threats.